So you've just been in an accident and your car has visible damage. All you want is to make that damage look like it's gone away so that you can pretend the accident never happened. I'm talking with Chris from Traphouse Automotive in Edmonton today, and he's going to talk to us about how we can make sure that our car will never tell our secrets. Hi, Chris.
Hey, Alana.
How are you today?
I'm doing good.
Good. I'm really excited about this topic because I have had a few crunches in my time, and I too just want the damage to go away.
Fair enough. Yes, absolutely.
Excellent. So what are the most common types of damage that a car will have after a collision?
Well, I think what you're going to see the most of is damaged bumpers, whether it be you bumped into something in the front or something in the back, or someone rear-ended you, maybe you backed into something. I'd say that's the most common stuff we see.
Okay. And are bumpers easy to fix, or is that usually a replacement?
Well, I'd say a lot of the time it's replacement if they crack. Sometimes they can be fixed. Kind of depends on availability of the parts sometimes, depending on the vehicle you're working on. Right. But a lot of the time it's a replace just because of the labor involved in fixing them. It kind of depends on the price of the vehicle or price of the part also, but usually replace.
That makes sense. Is it dangerous to be driving around with a damaged bumper?
It depends on how it's damaged. There can be a lot of components that make up a bumper. So sometimes those are coming loose and could be flapping in the wind because it's kind of more of like a cover, really. So they could be not as structural as you think, so they could be kind of flapping around. So it's not really ideal to be driving around with loose parts.
Right. No matter what those parts are, but especially a bumper, you don't want to get in another collision and have absolutely no protection.
Or you don't want to have parts fall off that, like maybe your bumper is cracked and it's come loose, but you don't want to lose the parking sensors, or you don't want to rip the parking sensor wiring harness, or maybe you don't want to lose or break a fog light just because your bumper cracked, that kind of thing. There could be a lot of other expensive components over just the bumper cover that you could be risking damage that you had originally not. So it'd be good to secure as much as you can.
Excellent. Those are good points, and nothing the average car owner, would ever have thought.
Yeah.
All right. And if you have a cracked or damaged bumper after a bit of an accident, can people just swing by to Traphouse Automotive and get an assessment and say, like, do I need to fix this, or is this something I can drive around with and fix more important things first?
Yeah, give us a call or an email and come by. We can see what you got going on. Sometimes with bumpers, they're hiding a lot because kind of a common saying in Autobody is it's never just a bumper job, because if depending on what you hit or how you hit it, there could be an absorber back there that's damaged, or the rebar could be bent, which could lead to even like a bent rad support or, bent radiator, something like that. That could be hiding behind the plastic, because sometimes the plastic bumper covers, they can kind of bounce back and everything looks okay, but there can be some stuff that's hidden.
Right.
So it might be more of like, instead of popping by, just give us a heads up, because we might need to schedule you in to remove that bumper just to double check. So it kind of depends.
Great. That was my next question, is what is a damaged bumper often hiding? It can hide a lot.
Yes. So there could be some pretty expensive components back there, like maybe your radiator's not leaking, but a lot of vehicles nowadays have adaptive cruise control modules that could be right behind the grille.
Wow.
And those can be quite expensive. Like I say, again, parking sensors can be expensive. Depending on the vehicle, everything can be rather expensive. So it's good to kind of see what you're getting into.
All right. Good to know. If I decide that I need to have my bumper completely replaced, will you do aftermarket parts, or will you get like parts specific to my vehicle? What are the options?
We usually push for OEM as much as we can. Obviously, everybody has a budget, so we can always weigh the options if you like. It depends on the car, of course. There's not always aftermarket options. But we're usually trying OEM, but of course we can take the customer's opinion also, right? So,
right.
Yeah, it depends.
Good. Always just come by and talk to you, schedule an appointment, send you pictures, and you'll let us know the best way to proceed.
Right. Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And if I've been in an accident and I know that I got to bring my car in, should I wash my car before I bring it in?
That can always help lots because just some road grime might be hiding certain scratches that you didn't see.
Okay.
Like, so for example, what you see a lot is if there was a bit of a side swipe, you might not realize that, oh yeah, my fender's a little bent. Well, maybe there's some scratches onto the door. Maybe you didn't realize that it scuffed up the tire and wheel also, and maybe like a black fender molding. You might not the damage might be larger than you think.
Right.
So if it comes in clean, we can kind of assess, kind of like work our way out or in onto from where the damage is, because it might have dragged a little longer than the obvious spot.
Great. I would not have guessed that. I would have assumed that washing my car was the worst thing to do after a collision because I could be causing more damage, but that's not the case at all.
No, in most cases we're going to be cleaning it off just to kind of see what we have to paint.
Right.
I have seen people cause more damage cleaning it off before, but they were trying to, I think they were in a bit of a panic and they were using an SOS pad to see if they could clean off what they done.
No.
And that made it a little worse. So don't use anything like that, but washing your vehicle will be fine.
Great. Okay, just go to a typical like wand wash works.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Just to like in the winters, it can be worse because a lot of snow and ice build up. So we have to pull it in and clean it off ourselves just to see what we're getting into.
That's really good advice. I love that. So wash your car, leave the SOS pads in the kitchen where they belong.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. And what will happen? I've been in an accident. I've sent you my pictures through your website portal. You've scheduled an appointment for me to come in. What happens next?
You'll come by. We'll kind of look it over, take our own pictures, write you an estimate. Should take us 10 to 15 minutes in most cases, unless you need some tear down and all of that. Kind of depends on what you're needing fixed. Then it depends on if you're going to do an insurance claim. So then there'll be specific pictures and a little bit more of a process involved there just to make sure everything is in order for the insurance company.
Right.
And it should be fairly easy.
So you'll literally do the quote while I wait.
Yep. Yeah. In most cases, you should be able to just wait 10 to 15 minutes and we'll get you in and out.
That's really fast. I'm really excited about that because I think that's a concern that a lot of people have is they don't want to wait a day or 2 or 3 for a quote to come back. Meanwhile, they're driving around with a potentially dangerously damaged vehicle.
Yeah. People will email in quote or in pictures, and sometimes I can do it through pictures. Depending on the damage, of course, it's always better to come in so I can get a full picture. But say we're doing it through pictures, I'm usually within a day or so of seeing the email come through and kind of sort through what I need.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. And once the repairs start, how long am I waiting?
That would be a loaded question because it would really depend on what, but before we start, I should be able to get a pretty good ballpark on what it's going to take.
Right.
If it's like general collision stuff, it's usually pretty straightforward. Custom stuff can be a little more in the air, but for the standard, parking lot damage and stuff, I should be able to get you a realistic timeline.
Perfect. And then once it's done and I come pick it up, will it look like my car's been in a crunch?
I hope not. That's the goal. That like it never happened is where or at least maybe it looks better. Let's aim for that. So.
Look, I'll settle for looking better, but I'm happy if my car will keep all of my secrets.
Yes.
I don't want anyone to know that I took my rear or side mirror off while backing up.
Yes,
which is a true story.
Okay,
Unfortunately,
seen that before. So
excellent. So where can people find you?
Facebook and Instagram and Google and all those same places.
Excellent. Traphouse Automotive.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yep.
And I heard that you have a new website.
Yep. Very fresh website, just designed, just getting released.
And people can submit quote requests with their pictures right on that portal on your website, correct?
Yep. Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Good place to start.
Excellent. So it's so easy to get your vehicle quote. submit all of your information, your pictures online, and Chris will get back to you shortly. Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Chris. I learned even more about what I should do if I've been in an accident or my car has had an oopsie that I want to make go away.
Yep, absolutely.
Perfect. And yeah, I hope to learn more the next time we sit down and have a chat.
Absolutely.
Great. Thanks. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.